think of it this way. I'm a guy, so like automatically I'm a dog. And you're there like, good boy to me. I'm like, I'm a lady. But you didn't feed me. Or you'd be like, well, we did just eat. No. Food is not always food. You say things like, why do you want a girlfriend? As you have a girlfriend. You say things like, why do you like girls so much? Even though you know that guys like chicks so much. Like, why do you ask these stupid questions? As Lawrence Krauss says, there are some stupid fucking questions out there. Like, you're a dude, why do you want a girlfriend so much? I don't know, why are you fucking talking to me? Do you got the hookup? No, you just want a conversation? How does that help me? Blocked. Just, people ask stupid freaking questions like, why do you like steak? Do you really expect me to go into why I like a nice thick tomahawk steak? And then you're there like, well, we should get steak sometime. I'm like, this is the problem with agnostics. I like them, but they don't get things. You know what I mean? It's like I could point out how things are this or that, and they're like, no, they're only this. They're so literal. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you have to straight up say, I want to have a girlfriend because I want to have sex, and then I want to get married and have children. And then you're like, why? And I'm like, 67% of people want to have children. Like, why do you ask stupid fucking questions? I have made so many friends with people that just like beat around the bush with things and just ask stupid fucking questions. Like, you go to a restaurant with your buddy and you're hooking him up. He spends like 3 hours, okay, maybe like a half hour, trying to decide what food he wants. You know, he's got to ask everybody that works there. Meanwhile, you've eaten your food. Like, if he was my girlfriend, I'd tolerate it because that's my chick, you know what I mean? I give credence to women over men if they're dating me. And you're there like, why? I'm there like, are you stupid? Because that would be my chick. Well, what do you want to? Why do you ask stupid questions? I just don't understand people that ask stupid questions. Is that bad? Well, you're going to either say no or yes, and if you say yes, that's a block. Like, there's so many fucking stupid, mean people. Like, you meet people in life where you say, you know what, I'm an asshole. And then they agree with you. They're like, you are an asshole. You're just a piece of shit. A friend is somebody that says, you're not an asshole. You're in a bad situation. Anybody that agrees with any negative shit that they throw at you to make you believe about yourself, where they just agree with the gaslighting and the narcissism, why do you make friends with toxic people? And then they'll say, well, you're toxic. See, that's what narcissists do, you know what I mean? They'll like, you accuse a narcissist of being a narcissist. What's the first thing a narcissist does, kids? Well, the narcissist says, no, you're actually the narcissist. Sometimes it's okay to be a narcissist because you have to protect your ass. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if somebody says that's your problem, and I say to you, no, that's actually your problem because it's based on being denied on bigotry like age phobia, or maybe in some cases racism. I'm not there to say that my problem, like, you look at me and let's say I'm black and you say, well, it's your problem that cute white chicks don't want to date you. No, that's your problem because you're a racist. Now, if you're an age phobe, you're like Gen Z, they're like, oh, they don't really like you. You're not a friend, you're a fucking asshole. Do you understand how you're coming from a point of privilege? Bernie Sanders would, because you being an asshole makes you sound like a goddamn fool. You're like, oh, you ain't better than me. I'm like, oh, why? Because I don't have money or a car or, not better than you? Please, if you're there bragging about your merits, everybody's better than you. Trump sucks. Why are you acting like Trump? There are smart questions and there are stupid questions. And what I asked was a smart question, dumbass. I don't like guys that talk shit. I think the age phobes in this world are really the dudes. Because, okay, you're there, you're my buddy, you're there, like, have confidence, believe in yourself. I already do, dude. Where are the chicks at? Oh, they're around, you say. Dude, I told you that I'm dealing with age phobia and classism. Look at me. Does it look like I'm all that fucked up? You know what I mean? I'm not drunk. I'm not on drugs. I'm just wearing a hat because it's cold outside. But if you're there like, well, your hair's a little sucky. I'm there like, you're a little shitty person. You need to accept the fact that you deserve all the bullshit that you give people. I've met so many people that are like, I don't really care for compassion and kindness. And I'm there like, well, then I'm not going to show you any. And they're like, well, why are you so mean? Because you asked for it. There's people that ask stupid questions and say stupid things. And you really got to avoid these people. And that's why I make some of these videos, because I think that people need to realize that there are toxic people in this world that they befriend that they don't need to befriend. If you're saying I'm toxic, you're probably a classist, which means you're a Democrat or a Republican and you don't get it. If you're offended by the word asshole, but you're there calling me a creep, why don't you go look in the mirror and stop talking? There are smart questions, and that's a smart question. A stupid question is not, why is the sky blue? Because it's actually an interesting question. Well, it reflects blue light. Looking up stuff like that is cool and fun and interesting. You asking a guy why he wants a girlfriend so much is a stupid question. We are dudes. We are biologically in need of having women in our lives. Why do I need to explain that to you? You fucking retarded? Oh, does that offend you? But the word creep doesn't. You see what I mean? Put things into perspective. And if you run it at me like I should put things into perspective, like it's a matter of money, or it's a matter of you're not young enough to date an 18-year-old woman or a 21-year-old woman, all I see is bigotry. All everybody sees is prejudice. Everybody hates Trump. Why are you like that, huh? Why are you like that? Why are you like an egotistical maniac? Do I really appear like an egotistical maniac to you if I'm pointing out the toxic behavior that you need to watch out for? The other day I was calling everything a faggot because I had a neighbor that called everything a faggot, and I was there just trying to break bread, you know what I mean? I understand. Republicans can be a bit faggoty, and classist pigs can be a bit faggoty. But really, I think what the dude meant to say was asshole, so I started saying asshole instead of faggot because I don't want to appear like a homophobe. Saying the word is okay. Defining it is okay. Using it as an insult isn't, and it was, and I apologize. Asshole is actually a pretty good word to use. Maybe Bill Maher shouldn't be entitled to use the word dipshit. He should say retard all the time, right? And just offend everybody with a mental retardation. Like a physical thing. But then you get into the whole thing of, well, you're not cool with the word retard, but you're cool with the word creep and you're cool with the word idiot. Isn't that also ableism? Do we really need to police other people's language? I don't know. That's a question for the ages, is it not? So, if you're there and you like me and you're telling me to have confidence, you're presuming I don't. When I come downtown, I see a bunch of cock blocks running their mouths, running their violence, and also, oh, here's Mr. Steal Your Chick as soon as a chick becomes interested in me that I think's cute and like 21. Why do I like younger women? Because I'm a dude. Do you understand I'm 40 years old? No, because you're not 40 years old. You don't understand what this is. You're presumptive. I don't have a lack of confidence. I have a lack of people inviting me to their parties and get-togethers based on their own prejudices.